I'm Josie Whaley, and I am running for the City Council for the City of Dixon. I'm excited to be doing this. I have a lot of good ideas, and I hope that you elect me as your next City Councilwoman, and I'll be glad to answer Matt's questions.
In your opinion, what's the role of city government?
The role of city government is to provide services for the people of Dixon. That's what government should do, is provide services such as, streets, sewer, water, police and fire protection. And also, we're talking about economic development, is go out and search for businesses to come into town, and hopefully we can build our community to a bigger and better community.
Are there ways the city, the Dixon Park District, Lee County, and the local townships can work together more or more efficiently?
Yes, I really believe so. Right now, I believe there's a lot of duplication of services, and I believe it is time for the citizens to come together, or the different bodies of government to come together and try to develop a way to provide better. If you do combine, you will be able to provide better services. I had a big idea about maybe even the city having a community and economic development department where they would be, proposed to deal with the buildings and inspections, to have we already have a buildings inspection department, but we could build from that department, and they would be able to do economic development, to assist the businesses in Dixon, to handle long and short-term planning. So yes, like the Park District, they have, everybody keeps talking about Memorial Pool. Well, that's the Park District. But yet maybe if they combined, we could do something like that. The boat docks. A lot of the other cities around here, the park districts handle the river and the canoes and the kayaks, and they do things. So sure, I think that all of them could combine. We have Main Street, we have the River Commission, they've combined, but we have the tourism and Lee County tourism. If all of these combined, think of what we could do together, and we could use money more efficiently and more effectively.
There's about $8 million in reserves and about $5 million unallocated from the $39 million in recovery funds. How do you think the city should use the remaining money?
Well, part of it should stay in reserves. I think the $8 million should definitely stay in reserves. We need to save for a rainy day. But I think right now we really need to work on infrastructure. Rusty has said, the water mains are over 100 years old. As you can drive around town, our streets are crumbling and coming apart. So I really believe that some of that money should be spent to upgrade and the streets, to do the water, to do the sewer, and make sure. And it's like some of the candidates are saying, if we have the infrastructure, we should be able to have a better way of attracting businesses to come to Dixon. Because without it, what can we offer them? They come into town and they see crumbling streets or a water main that's broken. And that's costing us money too, because think of all the water that's running down the drain. That's already processed water. We've had to pay for all those chemicals and what have you. So sure, I think some of that money should be used to develop or to fix the aging infrastructure that we have.
In your opinion, how has the city done in terms of economic development over the past 4 years, and are there areas of improvement?
I believe that there's areas of improvement simply because, I don't know, the riverfront has done a lot. I mean, they've had a lot of, like Mumford & Sons, and they've had the Venetian Nights, and that's been nice, the Lyle Lovett. But yet, there's room for more economic development. Business-wise, I think that Dixon has the possibilities of attracting businesses along I-88, along maybe the other routes. And I do believe that, there's a lot of possibility, but yet at the same time, we need to think about fixing our streets and our water and our sewer before we do some of this. So they've done a good job, but I think there's a lot of room of improvement. And maybe if we look at a community and an economic development department that these people could do, and work with businesses that are coming in and working with businesses that are here now. How can the city serve the local businesses better? That's one complaint you do hear a lot, from the businesses, is that the city doesn't seem to reach out to them. And they say, oh yeah, we get letters or whatever. But maybe we need to do a one-to-one. And maybe that's where the city manager is going to come in. He's going to be able to reach out and do a better job for us as far as community development.
Are you in favor or opposed to city council representation being divided by wards? And please explain.
I am in favor of that, actually. The city that I came from, we had single-member districts. The advantage to that was that you did get to know your representative on the city council. If you had a problem, you knew who to contact to. You also could hold that person accountable. And this way, it is difficult. I personally have emailed city, and I don't get a reply, and that's aggravating. So, but if you have when we were in San Angelo in Texas, we knew who this representative was. We could email him, we could call him, we could see him in the street. He lived in our neighborhood, so he was responsible for our area of town. And yes, I would be very much in favor of dividing the city into maybe quadrants and having 4 commissioner or council people elected from those, 2 at large, and then a mayor. That would also give you a bigger body, more opinions, and an easier way of doing things. So yes, very much in favor of looking into that.